Hey guys, so listen, real quick, let me take a minute to tell you about our Patreon. Your favorite All in the Delivery gang has decided to offer that next day delivery prime podcast content. Yeah, do you enjoy the podcast, but just wish there was a little more? Well, with a Patreon subscription, you guys can do just that. Choose your tier and let the boys do what they do best, deliver greatness. As always, we will continue to deliver you real stories from real drivers through our usual channels, but why not give us the opportunity to handle your packages with extra care? So head over to our Instagram or Facebook page and find the link in the bio to check out our Patreon and support the podcast today.
I'm good. I'm ready.
What's up, everybody, and thank you for joining us on this episode of All in the Delivery, episode number 47. And guys, we're going to be talking about newbies' mistakes and some tips and tricks to avoid them. All right, but before we get into that, let me introduce you guys, my co-host, as always. Yep, down in West by God, Virginia. Luke, how are you, buddy?
Oh man, it got canceled. I'm just kidding.
Fuck.
But no, it's been it was, the 4-day week, and it seemed, for some reason, the 4-day weeks always seem to go a little bit harder. I feel like, I don't know if it's because you just get that extra set of work crammed in, but man, it seems like any 4-day week I've ever had always seems to kick my ass. And this one was no different. But to tell a funny story real quick, like a customer interaction that happened yesterday.
Oh.
So this is somebody I know. So she's a reception, or I don't know what she does at this dentist office. I'm not sure what her actual title is, but like when I deliver, that's normally who I talk to. And she knows Ashley. She's local, we've all, and she was on a boat and saw one of her friends, crap, I was just diarrhea of the mouth, Jordan. He saw us, said, "Oh, that's Ashley," yada yada. So she said, "I saw you on the boat," and I laughed because the side story is it was an I'm old moment, and I feel like this is kind of a funny story to tell because we're going to be telling like newbie things, because for the younger drivers, especially the 22 or whoever's the 22.4s, you don't think about this stuff. And so long story short, because I couldn't hear because it's loud on the boat, we have her cousin, Ashley's cousin's daughter, and a friend of hers going to pick up her boyfriend. So we were hanging out with her cousin and her husband and their kids. We saw them on the water, so we were talking for a while. So they're young. They're like 17 years old. So we're going to pick up boyfriend, and Ashley looks at me. She's laughing. She's like, "I'm old." And I was like, "What?" I said, "Yeah, I mean, compared to them, yeah, no shit, yeah, we're fucking old." And she said something. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was something that she didn't laugh at, but her friend did. And apparently she didn't mean for it to be funny. And she's like, "God," like it was like one of those moments there as we're driving back, I'm seeing her laughing to herself. So she's sitting behind me, and I'm like, keep wondering what she's doing. And I was like, well, so I look over and I was like, "What are you laughing at?" And she's like, "I was just thinking I got to take my probiotics and my Zantac and calcium when I get home." And we had a pretty good laugh. And yeah, it was it's about, and that's one thing though, if you take things early, vitamins and stuff, and take care of yourself, basically do the absolute opposite of me, starting with don't get hit by a car going 30 miles an hour. You just start from there and then work your way down. But yeah, we'll get into that. How about you, man? You ready? You ready to get back to the grind?
I'm not ready to go back to work. Not at all. I mean, no, it was good. Good 4 weeks. Went by quick. You know, like we talked about, got the old snip, you know, and now, you know, I guess I'm ready to go. But yeah, so guys, we're here and we got some fun stuff to talk about here. So and we thought it'd be a good idea to bring up basically this episode because most recently the 22.4s are starting to hit all over the place now. I know there's some places that already had them for a while. It just hit Luke's center recently, just hit my center recently. So they're rolling in a crap ton of new drivers as well. At least on mine anyways. I don't know about yours, but that seems to be the trend.
I mean, we hired, I think 12 and
12 new?
Yeah.
No shit. So see, perfect. It's a fucking great episode to talk about it. So we're going to be talking about basically newbie mistakes and tips and tricks on to avoid them, basically, and try to think a little bit better, if you will. So that's what this episode is going to be about, guys.
And it's going to be, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but it's going to sting a little because the first thing in our docs that we have the nap, you know, with notes on it. And I mean, literally right out of the gate, yeah, it's going to sting a little. It's going to sting.
Oh yeah.
But it's going to be fine.
It's going to be fun. Just come along the ride. But first, we got some exciting stuff to talk to you guys about. So like I said in the beginning of the episode, this is episode 47, okay? So we're approaching 50, which is, you know, kind of a big deal. And pretty fucking awesome. And you know, we can't do it without you guys. So thank you guys for your ears every week. We appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So with the 50th episode, we're gonna do a live. It's not gonna be an actual episode, but we're gonna be it's gonna be a good time. Let's just say that, okay? So it's gonna be a 2-hour 50th episode, kind of like a little 50th episode celebration type thing. We're gonna be doing that Saturday, July 24th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that's gonna be a lot of fun. So come join us there. You'll be able to find a link. It'll be on our Instagram. We'll be posting. It'll be on our Facebook page. It'll be all over our socials, our personal accounts as well. So guys, stay tuned for that one. Saturday, July 24th at 9 p.m. We're going to be going live again. It ain't going to be a 5-hour marathon like our Christmas live was, because my God, that was fun.
That was Jesus awesome. Christ. But I'll tell you what.
That was awesome.
I didn't even drink that, dude. I felt fucked up by the end of it. I didn't drink a drop of alcohol for that live. I think of I didn't drink a drop.
That was a good time. And next thing on the list here, just getting the laundry out, guys. Go check out the website, deliveringgreatness.com, and go check out all the fun stuff on there, including the merch that we have for sale, shirts, hoodies, hats, some fun stuff. Go check that out, guys. And last but not least, if you're not following yet, if you're a new listener, socials, any podcatcher that you guys listen on, please follow and subscribe to get notified when there's new episodes available. So, all right, Luke, enough of that stuff.
I mean, I just want to, do we have any particular order? Because I'm just going to say.
I mean, I kind of did put it in an order.
Okay.
Yes, I meticulously put that in an order.
This is the part that's going to fucking sting. So can I read this first one if you don't mind?
You can absolutely read it.
Because this was fucking genius. I didn't put this one in there because I'm not complimenting myself.
Right.
Not self high fiving myself, but do everything by the book. This is their game. You are easily replaceable.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the fucking jungle.
Dude, it's so true. So true.
Oh, it's getting more and more true, man, as them cameras are going in.
Right. It's like not even that, I think it's more of having the map nav
yes
on there now. anybody can do this fucking job. Pretty much.
They've watered it down so much, and that's what I've said to Joe. I always say Joe Rogan, and always when I got to say, not that you crazy Joe Rogan, rolling Joe Rogan. He stopped in 2010, I believe, and from then it's crazy how much I feel like so that's 11 years. But I feel like it's went from like that. It almost feels like that was the fucking Stone Age, and it was 11 years. I would know that wasn't the Stone Age. It wasn't pencil paper shit. Like there was still, but like, standards, manuals. No ed,
no power steering,
like fucking no Orion 3.0.
Nope,
none of this bullshit.
Nope.
No cradles, like people fucking like getting thrown out on routes in the blind, as we call it here, and I'm sure everywhere else people called it different. But like Dave said, it's and that's not necessarily a good thing. And I think it was Bianca. Shout out to Bianca Garza that she had the Cradle Baby nickname, but she said one thing that she said was it was like looking for, I think it was butts and seats, hands and feet is what she said. And that, I mean, the way, and it's not saying like when you say it like that, I feel like it makes us sound like fucking assholes to people starting. But I feel like people, like one of our 22-4s is a dude's, it's his, stepson who's 21, and he's been around the business pretty much his whole life, so he gets it, right? And he'll be a solid driver. But like saying it to him, but I feel like that, you know what I mean? It's like you gotta, I feel like you gotta word it a certain way, but like you said, easily replaceable, and by the book, right. And go ahead.
Yeah, and like I wrote that one down because, first of all, how true it is. So, second of all, going back to my dad, past guest, Vic, the first thing he told me too when I first started here with this job was, it's their game, and you got to play by the rules. That's it. You play by the rules, they're not going to have anything on you to fire you. You just do it by the book. You play by the rules. It's their game, And yeah, that sucks when, you have to work as directed and you're going to be unhappy about it. But, hey, that's a whole nother story, but let's not go down that road right now. That's a whole nother conversation. But yes, easily replaceable. We all are. So newbies, hell, even the veteran guys, I know you guys know as well. So this is what this entire episode is going to be about. So
in part, it drives me crazy in a lot of ways because I'm not a big fan of corporate America, and I hate that I'm a cog in the wheel, so to speak. But man, it's true though. When you work for some, even though Jeff Bezos could buy us himself, as we've discussed on the Great Debate episode, but we're still what was it, $178 billion company? Is that
something
right?
Like that. Yeah.
And if you work for a $178 billion company doing, and I've always said this too, and be it as a newbie, it's not, you would have to toe the line on how you would act because you wouldn't want to be a prick to people that have done it for a while. But you got to believe in yourself, and you got to believe like, yeah, I'm one of the best to do this fucking job. Like you got to, I feel like you have to have like, take some pride in shit. Mm-hmm. But you also, that, and that's another step that Dave put down that I'm not going to get into. Like, but you can have a little, but at the same time, thinking that, just know there's a lot of motherfuckers just like you.
That's right.
And they are not going to be like, holy shit, Dave and Luke are going to quit. We are fucking going to, that's fucking declare bankruptcy right now.
Right.
Know what I mean?
Nope. The fucking ship keeps moving. Like Like there is no stopping this engine to this company.
But they will make you feel like if you don't come to work, that the engine may stop, especially as a newbie, or if you don't go get a couple extra
Dude,
stops.
it's so true. So my dad has this story, and he's told me this a couple times before. And he said one time he went to call out because something came up, and it was kind of important for him. So he called out, but as he called, he told me how his supervisor answered. And it's like, oh, Vic, you should see the belt. You should see this center. Hey, we're just overloaded everywhere. All the trucks or boxes are outside of the back of the fucking trucks. Vic, you should see this building right now. You know, just really trying to just keep putting salt in the wound and make it feel bad. Like, yes, they will try and make you feel bad. I mean, hell, that's not, listen, this isn't even on the list, but that's one thing. You have the right to call out if you have the days. If you have the time off, you have the right to call out. Just call them, say, hey, boss, this is, John Wayne. I'm calling out today. I'll see you tomorrow. Don't fucking wait for them to say something back to you. Like, you just can't. I know you want to be a nice guy and shit, but they're going to make you feel bad.
Yeah, and if they don't make you feel bad, they're just going to be like, all right, well, see you tomorrow.
Right.
Because that's what I'll do. But I didn't even, and I feel like I said this before you went, and fuck it, I gotta bring it up now. I don't really care because I'll say this in a quick thing. There's no discipline coming with this. It's just been strictly like meetings, conversations, quote unquote. But I heard a driver today say, he got questioned for when he had gotten a COVID test and was not questioned, but got brought up for days missed. 3 days that he was off for awaiting his COVID results. And I can say for me personally, when I had it, because this was like I think it was early in the year, January, February, like if you're getting exposed to somebody that's tested positive, everybody, it was at that point in time. A lot of people were, anyways. And so, yeah, they brought up the 3 days that he quarantined. And for me, it happened on like a weekend, and I got tested on a Friday and had a personal day anyway, and then ended up getting my results Monday night. So had I not, I would have had to miss. I was going to have to miss Tuesday if I didn't get the results. I was told the same thing. But it's not being punishment. But I'm like the fact that it's even being brought up.
Why?
Like,
right? Why is it even?
Yeah, But that's another thing though. Going back to, you can question, like you can't. You don't want to be a doormat completely. There's things you can't. Like you can question that, but you can't motherfuck that, so to speak.
No,
because it's like, I mean, I don't know. This COVID's fucking. I feel like it like there's people that were, how all this bullshit, all that's going on. And you're going to bring it up now because it's kind of over. I mean, I know it's kind of still, there's variant, I'm not getting all that crap, but as far as like the big picture, it's pretty much at the end of the movie.
Right.
And you bring, oh man. And I don't,
that's
like
annoying.
I said, yeah, it's annoying, but
Fucking
annoying.
annoying.
there's stuff like that you're going to have to deal with.
Yep.
And that's the thing, again, working for a corporation, you don't know where that's even coming from.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that it's even coming from the people that I see. It's probably coming from above them. So who the fuck knows? But yeah.
Right.
Anyways.
It's sad. But
yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, fucking COVID. For COVID, like of all things, like all this bullshit, man, all this fucking crap, you're going to bring up like that?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Second on the list, guys. All right, safety. Obviously, everybody knows how much we all preach about it. You hear it in your centers, you hear it everywhere else. All right. Safety, 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 guys. And I think I've brought this up quite a few times too on the podcast is, you know, your career is a marathon, not a race. All right. And with that said, that'll lead us into the next one. Okay. So that is don't run. For the love of God, don't fucking run. Unless, don't get me wrong, don't do it every day. Okay. If you do it one day because you got plans or something that evening, you got dinner plans with your significant other,
Till you
whatever.
get green lighted.
Right. It's like, I understand if you pick up the pace more. Okay. But don't run. And I'm going to tell you a reason why. Okay. One, in the long run, it'll end up screwing yourself. You'll end up screwing yourself because, first of all, if you start running, you're going to be done earlier. Okay. And they're going to see how early you're getting done. All right. And by you getting done earlier,
yep,
they're going to fucking start loading you up more and more in the upcoming days because they're going to be like, oh, he had 140 stops on this day and he was done by, 4:30. Guess what? You're going to have 150, 160, 170 if you keep running your ass off because they're going to start taking advantage of you and you running. So remember, your career is a marathon, not a race.
And to go back, like you said, with safety, that's what the thing will say is work safe. And work safe means, and especially if you're a fucking bigger person like me, getting off the truck using the, handrail and all that stuff, that actually is good for you because that is
Absolutely.
one thing I remember seeing at driving school, it was like a fucking PowerPoint or something of all the weight. If you just step off of that without dude, and it ended up being after so many years, it was like it was like a fucking cruise ship or something. Right. I was like, damn, man, that's right. You think about that. Right. Yeah, it is little things, man.
It is.
And I'm guilty of that, still to this day, especially I get, I say tail end of the prime a lot, but I still lug a lot of stuff around. But yeah, definitely 3 points of contact, which you'll hear plenty.
Right.
If you work with our work under that flag, there's plenty of other banners, but yeah, that's kind of the gist.
That's it. And so that kind of goes with the next one too, which is don't take shortcuts. Not using the 3 points of contact could be a shortcut. Okay. Because you want to get in and out a little bit quicker. You may be running out of the truck. You may be running into the truck. All right. So that goes with that one too, guys. Don't take the shortcuts. I mean, same thing too. Like there was a female at my center who one time during the wintertime, out on a route, been there for a while, driver, veteran driver, and she's walking across the yard delivering a package in the snow-covered grass, this, that, whatever. And
God, I know where this is going.
Sure shit, right? There used to be a tree stump or something. It was something along those lines that was in the yard, and it wasn't there anymore. And there was a little bit of a hole. She stepped in the hole. I think she broke something. She, it's like, that's the kind of shit is like, and I know they talk about it, designated to walk past, all this stuff. Do it. Fucking do it.
Dude, one time it was fucking same exact situation, dude. It was it wasn't like a tree stump, but it was, call it like a fucking, I'm not thinking like a sewer, fucking, like a top to a sewer, not like literally that big. I'm thinking in a yard, like one of those things, but the fucking thing was missing. Snow was on the ground, and I help her to just it was one of those deals where there was one on my side of the street and one on his side of the street. So I gave him one, I took the other one, and I walked through that fucking yard. And sure as shit. But the only thing that saved me is that I got a big fucking foot, and the size 14 shit stompers. I didn't fall into it, but I fucking it lodged and I fell over. But the way I fell, it was weird because it was kind of it was like my heel got caught, and when I went forward, I felt like, oh, dude, I don't know. Hopefully I'll never fucking knock on wood, know what it feels like to rupture my Achilles, but I thought right then it was going to happen, because when I fell forward, it like my foot was still stuck, but it ended up getting out before like I hit, and use them fucking walkways for sure.
And I mean, like, a thing of mine too. Just to put it this way, it was, I think it was within my first year of driving actually when this happened, and it was snow and all that stuff, and I pulled over to the side of the road, right, and I must have pulled right to the edge of the fucking road, and I've learned my lesson now, because I don't pull the truck all the way to the edge of the road. All right, and here's the reason why. Is because one time I went to get out and I saw like the snow outside of the truck was leveled with the road, right? So like I was like, oh, okay, cool, safe spot, I can just step out. Well, there was fucking leaves. It was snow. It was at a few inches of snow over top of leaves. And just outside of the truck is the fucking water. It's like probably a 2 foot deep, like water bank shoulder on the side of the road. You know what I'm talking about?
Shit.
One of the water drainages.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like one of those deep fucking things, and I thought it was just fucking concrete or grass or snow or something, and it was gonna be hard to step on. As soon as I stepped out of the truck, I went straight down in it. And like, when you go to take a step and you expect something to be there and it's not.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
And then when you finally hit the ground, you're just like, it fucking jerks your whole body into shit, dude. Like, you're just not expecting it.
That's how people fuck up. You're lucky, because that yeah, because that's how people blow out their ACLs and shit and stuff. Right. It's weird how your brain works.
I know.
God, man,
you're expecting it to happen, and when it doesn't, it just fucks you up. Fucks you up,
dude. Oh, right. Yeah.
So yes, guys, don't take shortcuts. All right, do your best to stay safe out there for sure. Next one is seems to be a personal favorite. Probably everywhere, I would assume, for covered drivers. And guys, that's for the love of God, please, no mailboxes. Because I hear it. Listen, when you're listening today, I'm sure I've heard it from one of my customers already about the packages being left at the mailbox. All right. And I get it. There may be situations where you may have to leave it at the mailbox, okay? If it's just whatever customer gives you permission to, because you can't get up their driveway in the snow. All right, I get it. But if you're covering, do whatever you want on your own fucking route. But if you're covering somebody else's route and they get back from vacation or wherever they are, and they hear about the driver that left all their packages at the mailbox, come on now. You know what I mean? Like, because then we have to apologize for your mistake. Okay? Just do it by the book. This all goes back to doing it by the book. That's why I put that one first, Luke. So it all goes back to doing it by the book. Deliver it to the front door. Deliver it to the garage. Okay? Deliver it to a fucking actual person. Like, just don't leave it at the mailbox if it's not your route. If it's your own route, do whatever the fuck you want. You have those relationships with your customers. Okay? I understand that part. But if you're covering somebody's route, do it right. Make yourself, first of all, for me personally, if I was covering somebody's route, I'd be fucking scared shitless if I did that stuff. Because then it makes you look bad. And like, you don't want to look like an asshole. Like, because then I'm sure that driver would come up to me and be like, so, when I was gone, I heard a lot of my customers were saying you deliver stuff at the mailboxes. Like, we don't want that. We don't want that.
Nope. And I might have that because I delivered one to a mailbox today. Fuck.
But you have your own route, right? So it's like, you know what I mean? So
no, it's for somebody that's probably going to be particular, but I didn't really give a shit today because I'm in a big truck. I'm in this big ass truck that I don't normally have. And
you weren't so sure if you could turn around in certain places.
Well, I could have turned around up there, but the way that the turn was, I couldn't have made it like in that size of
Yeah.
a truck. It was fucking hot and it was something little, so I stuck it in the back. So yeah, I'm probably gonna hear about it. But the whole time you're saying it, I'm like, man, he's right, but fuck, I just literally did that today. And I didn't fucking yeah, it's not advised, but like I put in the notes here, do the opposite of me, and that's probably one, maybe, yeah, don't do that because I'm probably going to hear about it from the guy on the neighboring route, or the customer himself.
Oh yeah. So, all right. So listen, let's take a quick little break here from those because we still got 1, 2, 3. We still got 3 more. Okay. So let's take a quick little break from there. Let's get into the question of the week real quick. All right. Let's shift gears a little bit. Let's everybody's brains relax because that was a lot to take in. So the question of the week is an easy one. Which would you rather have? More sleep or more time? Okay. And did I mention we're giving away a t-shirt for this one? Listen, if you commented,
I believe you did.
Your name is in the running for the t-shirt. I got this little wheel of names over here. And that's what I'm going to be using for to where it's going to randomly pick out a name for me because I put everybody's name in there on who's going to be doing that. So real quick, shout out to Mr. Sean Avery because he's the one that sent me that. I was like, dude, you should be using this wheel of names for your giveaways. I was like, fuck yeah, that's so much easier than writing it all out on paper and cutting them all out in individual things. Shout out to Sean Avery. Thank you, Sean.
I know, Sean Avery. Good deal, man.
Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. So let's start this off, okay? More sleep or more time? This is the responses that we've gotten. This one's from Miller Gang. He says time. Because family first. Abso-fucking-lutely, buddy. And I'm sure we're going to see that a lot often. I have not read them all yet, so I'm sure we're going to see family a lot more often. This next one is from Jay Hill. Says, more time. You can sleep when you're dead.
I fucking love that guy. Man, yeah, that's so true though. And
so
to quote, to quote Sam Elliott, who hasn't aged in like 30. He's aged like 5 years and 30 years. But yeah, I remember that was the first time I heard that. I fucking love that saying.
Yeah. Yep. Next one's from, I think it's Jill Finelli. Says, as a wife of a driver, more time with my husband. So time is ruling right now.
Yeah. It's invaluable. It's going to probably, it might sweep, or we're going to see some shit molded with sleep because I think I've read most of these. Okay. But yeah, it's going to be
next one's from our boy Ass Swollen Gorilla. Says,
what up, brother?
I can't say that without fucking laughing every damn time, dude. Such a good name. Swollen Gorilla says, I definitely need more time. There's never enough hours in the day to get it all done. Gym, kids, wife, and then me time. Weekends are just too short.
Dude, well said. That's so fucking true. Yep. Especially with being in that field, and others like it. But yeah, it is, man. So that's fucking true.
Next one's from Cam Sawa. Says, more time. That's the most valuable currency you'll ever have. You can never buy it back. Choose who you spend it on wisely. I'll have enough time to sleep when I'm dead.
There, I love it. There it is again. Fucking egg. Good
so, old bald bearded bastard says retirement, so I can have more time. Laughing emoji. That's good. That's good.
I love it.
Shout out to the Roland Rogan. Say more time. Time is such a valuable asset. When it's gone forever.
Very true.
That's true too. Up Chick 47 just says time. Time is fucking damn. What are we like 8 to none here? Okay, time is ruling right now,
dude. I'm thinking of Hootie and the Blowfish. Right? You remember that song? You remember that Hootie song?
Which one?
Time? Was it Time?
Time.
Never mind.
I'm thinking of the other song. Time after time.
No, Hootie.
If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be wait. Okay. Next one's. Time after. Okay, the next one's from Those Three Dudes podcast says, both sound great, but with more time, I could use it to get more sleep or not. That's thinking outside the box.
Yeah, man. I like that too because
Yep.
I mean, sleep is nice.
Sleep
But
is nice.
I want to say this because I did say it to Amy before we went on. Sleep. I think most would agree that, or everybody we're adults. You regret. Think about it when you were a kid and you were trying to force. Especially everybody that has kids and is in that situation. Think you could have slept a lot of time.
Right.
We'll never get that back. But that goes with time though too. So
absolutely.
Yeah, keep rolling.
Absolutely. Next one's from Josh Allen 386 says more time. Shout out to Tony Cook says more time for sure. Need more time on the golf course. Hell yes.
Oh, Tony, that's right.
Hell yes.
Georgia, right?
Yep.
We got the fucking good courses down there.
Hell yeah. Next one's from Porno Parcel says, you know that feeling you get when you lean too far back in a chair, then right before you fall back, you catch yourself and pull yourself forward? I feel like that all the time. More sleep, he says. It's the first one we got for sleep, yeah?
Doesn't surprise me that our one sleeps so far.
Yep. Following that up here, this
RJ.
one, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. Doodly Deli. His name's Matt. Matt says sleep. Sleep.
We got 2 in a row for sleep. Mm-hmm. No shit.
This one's from past guest Corey Wagner. Coag says 18 hours isn't enough sometimes of being awake. LOL.
I mean, that gives it what, 6 hours of sleep?
Yep. Sleep's coming back, yeah.
I mean,
ooh, damn, dude. Okay. Trev Knight says sleep for the win. We're on the sleep train now. Here we go.
Damn, all right.
This one's from Tyson says more sleep. 3 kids wear me out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can't say, but Dave has 2, and I'm saying he would attest to that.
Yeah, but I still stay up late though. Like I'm just a fan of time.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you're, but night owls are night owls. You know what I mean? I feel like even if you are less of a night owl, you still are kind of a night owl.
Right. Exactly. This one from Ups Dog of NEPA. N-E-P-A. Jesus, sorry. This one's from Ups Dogs NEPA. Says time. Here we go. Back on time here. This one is from Samantha. Amantha says time. Why not? I agree. Next one down here. Getting through here. This one's from Colby. It's Chalaway 686 says more sleep right now. I've got a 2-month-old who forgot what it means when the sun goes down. A year from now, the answer will 100% be more time because more time means more time to sleep also. Interesting. That's a good one. That's a good one. The preload life. I'm sure you guess where this one's going. More time to sleep.
Oh God, I remember that all too well.
That's a good one. The preload life. That's a fucking name. This one's from Lindsay Ann 808 says more time. There's always so much to do. There's always so much to do. Yes, there is. Next one is from Steven Dosher Grams is his name. More time. Sleep is for the weak. Ooh.
Ain't no rest for the wicked.
That's right.
That's a good song.
Fucking right, bud. Ain't no rest for the wicked.
I was waiting
don't grow on trees. Next one's from Sirstang67 says, as long as more time was taken up. Hold on a second. As long as more time was taken up the company, I'd say more time, but sleep is very nice. Yeah, sleep is very nice. Next one is from past guest throwing this one back here. Daniel the Warrior 503 says, hold on a second. Past guest, I'm sorry. I fucked that one up, didn't I? Daniel the Warrior 503 says, more time because you can't get that back. Daniel, you were never on the podcast, buddy. Sorry to hype you up, but
you can be.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can be.
Hit up Nomad the delivery guy.
Yeah.
Next one is from I Steenson14 says, more of both would be pretty awesome. That's true. Mm-hmm. That's true. And now moving on to Facebook real quick. We got a few more on Facebook. And this is what we got. So the first one, if I can find it. Here, I had it. Where the hell did it go? Here we are. The first one is from my buddy, my neighboring route. John Waddell says, more time. It's the only commodity you can't buy. I would love a better work to time off ratio. I agree, bud. Next one is from Casey Holman says, more time easily. Work has ruined me on sleep anyways. Mm-hmm. That preload life. Next one's from Dustin Coakley says, more time. At the end of the day, I always think, dang, there just wasn't enough time to do the things I wanted to get done today. Life's too short to work it away. That is
well said.
Very true. Very true. Next one here is from Josh Goad. Says, more time. That way I can do the things I want and be with the people I love. Also very fucking true. Last but not least, this one's from Gary Johnson. Says, more time to sleep more. LOL.
Well said.
Well, that
said.
seems to be it, right? Time. Spend time with the family. Spend time with the loved ones. More time to sleep was a popular one.
Hootie, that is a Hootie and a Blowfish song. I looked it up to make sure, but I thought it was.
All right. Let's spin this wheel real quick and see who is getting an all in the delivery t-shirt. Drum roll, please.
There
As it goes round and around and around and around and around. Jill Finelli, you got yourself a shirt.
Nice.
We'll be in contact with you to get your address and all that good stuff, and we'll be sending you out a shirt. Jill, thank you for participating in this week's question of the week.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
All right. Back on track. Here we go, guys. The last three here of what not to do or what to do. Tips and tricks. Newbie mistakes. Here we go. This one is a very popular one. Okay. So this one is to know your union rights. Okay. And
Very
listen, guys,
true.
if you don't know, ask. You can ask anybody, and they can at least give you a rundown on it or something close to it. Maybe if not, go to your shop steward, go to your assistant shop steward. If you have any questions with any of it. I mean, there's a lot that I didn't know when I first began. And then I started talking to people. I started learning more, and you'd be surprised on some of the shit that, they get away with, and really we can grieve it. Okay. And so know your union rights.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to use it if you need, because that's another thing that you do have union rights and are under our banner. I don't know how it is with I don't know how it is with Amazon, but yeah, I know with as far as our flag, yeah, it's important to know, and that is valuable, because right. I was like Dave too. I didn't know a lot going on. I still don't know as much as I needed to.
There's still a lot. Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yep.
Fucking totally.
Yep. So because the union's there, okay? The union's there for us. I know we've said it before too. It may not be where it used to be back in the day, but it's still there. And we all need to take advantage of that to get it back to where it used to be. Okay? Because, shout out to all of our shop stewards, all of the assistant shop stewards, anybody involved in your building. Go up to them and say thank you, because they put in their time and hard work to fight for us.
And I've always said the two that we have at our building are solid.
Absolutely.
They're very good.
Absolutely. And the two that we have at our building is also very good. So, guys, if you don't know, ask. If you have any questions, ask. Don't hesitate to ask, because that shit can save your job one day. So do that up. Next, all right, we have is staying hydrated. All right. I struggled with this when I first started because all I thought was package, parcel, delivery, and you don't think about stopping to really take care of yourself. And when I first started, I mean, I'll testament here is I used to, those fucking heat headaches, dude, those suck.
Yeah, they do.
And if you don't get ahead of it, and if you don't keep yourself hydrated, that shit's going to slow your day down. It's going to wear you down. That heat headache's going to fucking kill. And definitely stay hydrated. And something, go ahead, Luke.
It always fucking kicks my ass the first initial, I won't say heat wave, but when it gets warmer, because I always drink caffeine. Don't drink Bang Energies every day. That's another thing. Do the opposite. And but yeah, definitely stay hydrated, because that makes a world of fucking difference.
Right. I mean, it's okay to have a bang, but follow that up with the water, start getting ahead of it, so, but, because some people need the caffeine. I get it. Some people need coffee. I get it. I'm not a big coffee drinker, but hey, no. Anyways, so staying hydrated. This is a little tip, that I used to do before I had my own route, and I used to go route to route. Stop by a convenience store. I know gas stations sometimes have them too, with those styrofoam ice coolers. Those throwaway styrofoam ice coolers, dude. When I was a cover driver on those hot, humid ass days that we would have up here, I would go buy a styrofoam ice cooler. I'd go buy a bag of ice, fucking throw all your drinks in there. That shit'll be cold all day long. All day long sitting in the back of the truck. That shit's going to stay cold. And the styrofoam ice coolers worked great. And you can fucking just throw it away at the end of your day. You won't leave anything in the truck. Just fucking throw it away when you get back to the building. All right, just a little tip there, because now that I have my own truck and my own route, I keep a hard cooler in my truck. And I constantly am filling that shit up with ice over the summertime. And it's because there ain't nothing worse than when you need a drink and that water is fucking hot from being in the back of the truck. It's the worst thing, because you want an ice cold fucking water. And so do that. And the cool thing too about the coolers is when the ice starts melting, if you have one of those like cooling towels, fucking dunk that shit right in that water. That water is, as it's melting, that water is going to be ice cold in that cooler. Dunk their towel in that, throw that shit around your neck, wear that around your neck as you're out there delivering, I mean, shit, we should ask some of the listeners from Arizona, Florida on what they do on those hot days. I wish I thought about this beforehand, and we could have got their feedback on it. But yeah, guys, styrofoam ice coolers, just a little trick you may not even think about, but past experience, it's definitely helped me out. So.
Oh yeah, those things they're solid.
So, but that's really it, dude. Like, that's a lot of new drivers coming in. So I hope we can help them a little bit there. So guys, if you have any questions, ask, okay? I mean, just with anything, any of the new guys, if you have any questions, ask the driver, ask your supervisor, so. But yeah, guys, that's last on the list. So Luke, do you have anything else?
No, I think I'm good, brother.
Awesome.
You covered it well. That was a good setup.
Thank you. Yeah. Just something fun I thought we could do with all the new 22.4s coming in now recently. So guys, thank you for joining us again on this episode here. All right. Like we said, we got the 2-hour live 50th episode celebration Saturday, July 24th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The website, the merch, go check out the website, deliveringgreatness.com. Follow us on your socials. Follow and subscribe on whatever podcatcher you're listening on. So that'll do it for this episode, guys. Whatever you're doing out there, continue delivering greatness. And don't forget your most important stop. Always home, guys. We'll see you guys next week.
Later, everybody.
Peace.